Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year! Another year of inflation and global warming for us fellow Homo sapiens. What a time to be alive. To celebrate this new year, I wanted to look back on the bad. The really, really bad. You might ask why, but Silver can explain.
I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist.
I'm gonna be picking one bad anime that I've watched from each season and then decide what's the worst one out of all the choices I have. The anime I'm mentioning in this list are the worst in my opinion, and let me emphasize that real quickly. This is what I personally think is shit. You may not think it is, but I mean, come on. Fucking Steps is edges in the list. What do you expect? Now let's kick things off with the winter season. For the most part, this season was pretty good, with Demon Slayer Season 2 and Attack on Titan with their usual absolute domination over the season. Dress Up Darling was also emerging with one of the best waifus of the year. This is all great, but where's the bad? This is what the video is all about. And without further ado, the worst anime of winter 2022 goes to... This anime is about a disease which killed most of the men in the world and only 6 were left to survive. The 6 men basically get full unprotected sex as much as they please because it's a good cause. The main guy before this had some sort of disease where he had to go in a sleeping pod for a few years, which would let his whole disease heal. Then this crap happened when he was sleeping. He also had a girlfriend and wanted only her to be the one he would shag. Oh shit, this is just Rent-A-Girlfriend but worse. I respect his grind, but the world's population is on the brink of collapse, man. Just let her rip. There are so many factors that make this anime bad, but the main one for me is his ignorance. He doesn't care that 99.9% of the world is girls, which is not stable for the bringing up of human society, yet is being selfish to find his own girl, the one that left him like 5 years ago. The show got a 5.98 on Mal, and for good reason. The plot is extremely ridiculous and made by some guy who couldn't take the fact that he was pulling no bitches. I'm the same, but hey, at least I don't make shitty anime about it. Not only that, but the second I saw nudity, I was just like, hell nah, man. Dropped it just 3 episodes in. I might not make a fair comparison, but I mean that 5 was enough for me to put it on this list. Now we go over to spring 2022, and this pick might be the most controversial one of the video. After Marin took over as best waifu in winter, everywhere I went, I saw her face. You couldn't avoid her. Not only that, but in spring we had the likes of Anya and her smug face and pure memes. Soon to become one of mine and many others' favorite animes of all time. Plus Komi and Kaguya-sama back to finish me off that season. It was also when I started watching anime more religiously, instead of just YouTube clips and checking it out later after the clips. Enough of my waffling. Without further ado, the worst spring 2022 anime goes to... Shikimori is not just a cutie, she's a total bore too. Shikimori had a lot to live up to with Marin becoming waifu up there with the likes of Lum and Rem. And I don't even like Rem that much. Did Shiki deliver? Nope, not in a single way. Now don't get me wrong, I didn't hate this series. My hatred lies in the protagonist. This series was basically a gender swap between the more powerful male and the weaker female. I am a man of true gender equality and I don't believe in that stuff, but the way they nerf the protagonist is painful. Izumi would have died if Shikimori didn't tell him to breathe every 2 seconds. He's absolutely useless as a boyfriend to Shikimori and is absolutely useless human being in general. Not only that, but the show's boring as hell. You barely see how the couple got together and how this whole thing between a hottie and a klutz even became a thing. Even still, they do absolutely nothing of value together, and it was just a whole drag to get through. There were parts I enjoyed, but overall it was just such a disappointment for me. Next is Summer 2022, which I actually watched quite a lot this season. Summer, we had Call It Night, calling my eyes to look at the absolutely amazing art direction. Rent-A-Girlfriend Season 2 feeding me with my weekly dose of trash. Someone also decided giving girls guns was a good idea. Watching Akiba Maid War made me realize it's not. And one of my favorite shows emerged from this season. Engage Kiss is such an underrated show. Basically, it's Chainsaw Man and Demon Slayer mixed with High School DxD. Now for the award. The worst anime of summer 2022 goes to... I remember that YouTube couldn't stop recommending me trailers for this anime, and it would be wrong to admit that they did intrigue me just a little bit. When I actually watched it though, during the season, it was just so cringy and not worth my time. Basically, these two were in a relationship, but they broke up, and both of their parents married. Classic anime plot, you know. The anime is overall very weird, with the sister still having feelings and a grudge against her brother. The grudge is the dumbest thing, like be brother and sister naturally and make up. It's not that hard, man. The guy also had a girl confess to him later on the series, but said no because he likes his damn sister. The loader in me was screaming at that one scene. I don't even need proof, y'all can believe that. The siblings even kiss at the end of the series, which is the most annoying part of it all. All I said when watching that series was, bro, she's your sister. And that statement was valid for the entire series. Fall season being the most recent and stacked season in all of anime history. Chainsaw Man clogging up my upload schedule, and it's not worth my time to mention all the other stuff. Chainsaw Man is my favorite anime. It makes me the views.
I might be based, but look at my back wall. The entirety of Chainsaw Man is there now.
Chainsaw Man isn't even all of the great animes we've got this season. Now get prepared for another hot take in this video, but it was just so shit that I need to state the obvious. The worst fall 2022 anime goes to... This anime was actually well received by most people, but I hated it with a burning passion. Basically, it's about a bunch of cute girls doing woodwork and crafts. The only thing is that the girls here are over the age of 9. Oh yeah. Where's the peak character design? This anime was also set in a futuristic scene for like literally no reason. They had hoverboards and shit, and they used power tools. Surely the tech should have improved just a little bit. Also, the main character, Serufu, is basically like Izumi in messing up everything. Maybe CG/DCT anime isn't a thing I would like, but it's not even me. I was genuinely excited for the prospect of this anime, and I don't even watch any clips or trailers for most new airing animes. I just go blind straight. For this one, it was a grave mistake. I would also like to bring one honorable mention before we start the destruction. Shinobi No Ittoki. Now, I've not gotten to watching Naruto yet, so I thought this would be a nice ninja anime to get me into the whole ninja animes. Turns out that it didn't. It was boring and the writing was pretty bad for most of it, but the only reason it's not on this list is because the ending turned the anime right round for me. It had some good fights at the end, and that's why it's not on this list. Alright, for the finale, I have prepared 4 sheets of paper from 4 waifus in the show, ready to get shredded. One of them will be burned, and the one that's burned will be the worst. So let's start off with Shikimori. Now Shikimori has potential as a show, so for that, it's getting shredded. The only reason is that there were parts that were entertaining, and I believe that it can be an overall entertaining show in the end. So I'm giving it a chance. My stepmom's daughter is an ex, kind of in the same boat, so we're shredding this one too. I believe that what they've set up from season 1 can lead to a good relationship in season 2. World Ends Harem. Now this one was pretty down bad, so... Shredder. Yeah, I believe... Get your head down. Get your head down. I don't want to see you anymore. Alright, she's gone. But the only reason I didn't light that one on fire was because the plot itself was actually okay. Well, actually no, the plot was bad. The execution was pretty good, I'd have to say. And that leaves us with this... Shit, I don't have enough time to fire. Let me just do something quickly. Orange pen, orange pen, orange pen, orange pen. Orange pen anywhere. Postcard pens. Fire. Shit, yo. Woo, real fire. Woo. Put a green screen on this. Woo, real fire. Woo. For me, that was the worst anime of the year. It was just so incredibly boring, and I just couldn't take it. Plus, I watch anime at the night, so I was literally close to sleeping for most of the time when I was watching this anime. Alright, video done. Finally, I'm done with this. Now I can go study. So, see you guys. Bye. See you. I'm done. Bye.